Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. Now, Kristin, people are starting to get the winter blues. They're ready to get out, have springtime come, and garden.
Yes.
But some good planning ahead of time can probably make them more successful.
Absolutely. And I feel like we get really excited when a lot of that information is coming through the mailbox with catalogs and we're seeing all these photos, and then we could probably, look to the internet because we just want to look up something, and then we find ourselves just kind of, going through all these things like I want to do this, I want to do that. And really, those are great ways to kind of brainstorm and get ideas flowing, but it's really good if you want to stop by the extension office, especially at this time of the year, to kind of pick up some different resources that we have available, publications also. And then also too, you have your extension agents available as well. Mm-hmm. And then you can talk to them and have a conversation if you have some questions. And so that really makes all of that happen even more, and you'll be more successful through it as well.
Absolutely. And we have a lot of resources that are research-based. On the internet, sometimes it's hard to determine whether this is for real, it's almost too good to be true, but we have information specific to Kentucky.
Yes. Exactly. So a lot of times when you're researching or looking up on the internet, it might be from a completely different state. And so it's really good to understand, the weather here, what the climate's like, all of that information. So if you stop by our extension office, all of our information is very reliable. It's also research-based. And so we have some great information on a lot of different topics that fit into that gardening category. So I thought I would just highlight, Joanna, a few quick publications that have been really popular, and I feel like a lot of our viewers will enjoy them too. So if you are definitely interested in home vegetable gardening in Kentucky, we have a great resource. I know we've talked about it before, but it's Home Vegetable Gardening in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. ID 128 is the number that we have for it. It's like a small little booklet. It's very thick, but it has everything that you need to know vegetable-wise from A to Z on growing in Kentucky. So that's a great publication. You can look at the table of contents to kind of reference which page you need to refer to, but great resource. So, a lot of times here we have people that maybe live in apartments, or they want to have plants, but they want to grow them in containers. So we get a lot of those type questions, and there's a lot of great benefits from growing in a container or even in a raised bed situation. Mm-hmm. If you just have a small piece of land, but not huge, so you can put it in your backyard. So we have a resource called Gardening for Small Spaces, and this is a great one. It's actually got the container gardening and raised bed all together. So if you're interested in getting started, what materials that you might have, that would be a great resource for you guys to pick up, and it'll kind of answer some of those questions for you. Now, one of the things that I really like to do is have herbs, culinary herbs specifically, so that way, instead of using the salt and pepper shaker all the time at home when I'm cooking dishes, that you can have herbs available to enhance those flavors. And some of those combinations will complement some specific foods. So if you're interested in growing culinary herbs, then we've got a great resource available through the extension office that you can pick up, and it actually tells you what foods they pair with. Mm-hmm. So if you know you're going to have a lot of tomato dishes at home, then basil is going to be one. If you like pizza, oregano would be the one you would like too. Now, I'm such a flower person, you know this. Annuals provide a nice pop of color. They're very seasonal, so if you have a, blank space in your garden that you can add a pop of seasonal color, that's great. So we have a publication specific just to annuals. Now, those only last one growing season, Joanna. So if you want to do more low maintenance, then we may point you in the direction of perennial flowers. And so those are broken down into sun-loving perennials that are going to come back every year, and there's also specific to shade. So a lot of times people think, you can't have a lot of color in the shade, but really you can. And so even there's different shades of green that you can play with, a lot of foliage type plants that makes that really a beautiful area of your landscape. And then if you're really interested in getting into the wildlife aspect, like butterflies and hummingbirds, then you can check out two of our great publications through our forestry department, Attracting Butterflies with specifically native plants to Kentucky. They're going to do very well just with the native plants. They're going to attract more native wildlife like the butterflies. That's a great resource that we have for you to pick up, as well as our hummingbird publication. If you would like some more information, we can certainly put that in your hands. We can send it to your email if you prefer it electronically. You can stop by. Please make an appointment if you can, because then you'll be able to speak directly to an agent.
Thanks for watching and have a great day.